there guys, and welcome back. Today is our second sales report for this month. We have a few things to go over again with regards to eBay, and we'll get into our final numbers at the end of the video. Before we get into that, if you are new here, I started a TCG business in the UK with £0 in the bank. We used our collection as our starting inventory, and we sold a little bit of old tech lying around to get a start-up fund to buy our first collection off a friend. Then we went to card shows, we traded away some of those cards for sealed products, both to open and to put onto our eBay. We have a lot of opening videos here. If you are interested in that, then please go and watch those. But with regards to our eBay, what's happened there is I have taken all of the inventory off the primary eBay just because it is incurring 10% final sale fees, a listing fee and operating fee. So on a £1 sale where they include the 91p shipping for the stamp, it comes out to 55p. So that's then half of my £1 sale, because I don't get the 91p, that gets spent on a second class eBay label. So I get £1 per sale and they're taking 55p of that. We've took all the inventory off that eBay. I'm keeping it open purely just to allow the orders that have been dispatched to arrive, to make sure there's no issues there and nobody's annoyed that they can't contact me because they haven't received anything or something's received damaged or whatever. I'm leaving it open until everything's been fulfilled, and then I'll close that, focus primarily on the new eBay where I'm not incurring all of those fees. We have been using the scanner and card uploader to re-upload a lot of the inventory that was on the old eBay, because I know some of those singles are selling from those sets. I thought it was just a good idea to get those sets back up online, get them reselling again, and then start adding my new inventory from there. Because I've got the scanner, it can make that a lot quicker and easier. We finally sold some of the stickers. It's good to see that they're going on the new eBay, and hopefully we'll start building up some good feedback, start making some sales properly on there without incurring all of these fees. So yeah, that's a little bit what's going on this week. So from the 10th till the 14th, the last 4 days of the week, there are no sales, because that's when I took all the inventory down and started listing it on the new store. And it was only really today, maybe yesterday, that some sales came through, so include those in the next video. So let's get into some numbers, shall we? And I will flash up stuff here so you can see what that is. So first of all, we had XY Fates Collide single, a Lucario, and that sold for £1 with 38p fees. And then we sold 2 Crimson Invasion singles, and that was £2, and then that was 51p in fees. And then we sold an EVA EX from Prismatic Evolutions, and that was £6. And we paid £1 and 4p in fees. This next up was this vintage Start Terramelion. We sold that for £5 with 91p in fees. A base set Dratini sold for £1 with 55p fees. Now this is where the final value fee starts to come in. So as you can see there, for a £1 sale that they include the postage, I paid 55p in fees. Next up, we have the Celestial Storm Grovyle. That was for £1 with 38p in fees. Next was the Ditto from Pokemon Go. That is a Nummel reverse sticker. That sold for £11, £2 and 9p in fees. Next up was a Conkeldurr from Pokemon Go. That sold for £3 with 65p in fees. The last one from the old eBay was a Pokemon Day stamped Pikachu. That sold for £5 and we paid 91p in fees. So then on the 14th is the sales from the new eBay as we started getting things listed. The first couple of days there was no sales, and then yesterday we had a fairly good day. So we sold the Kabutops sticker for £1.50. We sold a Forest of Vitality from Perfect Order for £6.45, and then we sold another one for £6.92. They were 2 separate buyers. They both made an offer and I accepted both offers. That's why the prices are a little bit different there. And then we sold a Charizard sticker for £5, and then we sold an Espeon EX from Prismatic Evolutions, and that was £4. Team Rocket's Meowth from Destined Rivals sold for £20, and we paid £2.51p in fees there. That's advertisement fees, not listing or final value fees. Even with our little bit of messing around with eBay stores and extra fees, we still made some sales there, and the totals for the month, £213 in sales and £664 in expenses. So that leaves us a total loss of £452 so far for this month. In total, since we started the business, we have made £4,149.92. We spent £4,337.96. So since the business started, we are currently at a £188 loss. Now, as I say, most of that is from the card show and collections we bought in the last month. And as you can see from the last week's video, that is slowly starting to creep back towards the positive, because I'm not buying anything. I'm just going to allow this collection to start cycling through, make some of the money back from that. Once we've got a few £100s, we'll start looking at buying some other stuff. So yeah, that's where we're at so far. If you've made it this far and you do enjoy what's going on and you want to keep up to date, consider subscribing. But thank you very much for watching. Take care.